The heading does state, however, that the caption says Vegas 2010.
Okay.
Do you recall ever being in Vegas in 2010?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when were you in Vegas in 2010?
I was there for a Nellis red flag-like exercise. I don't recall the dates.
Is that the only time you were in Vegas in 2010?
It is the only time that I recall being in Vegas, but I do make numerous trips to Las Vegas in support of operations out there.
Okay. I'm going to take a brief break, but I think we're getting close to being done. Just a few follow-up questions. I don't think it will take long. Are we ready? Okay. You indicated you went through flight training out in Little Rock, Arkansas. What time period was that?
That would have been I believe it was late 2002 to early 2003. I'd have to consult my records.
Okay, were you ever out there in the first part of '07?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I did go to follow-on training on two occasions to Little Rock.
What time period in '07 were you out there?
I don't recall if I was or was not there in 2007. It seems like an appropriate time frame, but I have to review my records to find out for sure.
Okay.
It was co-pilot school initially, aircraft commander upgrade, then instructor pilot school were my occasions.
Do you think you'll be able to do that between now and the final hearing?
Yes, sir. That's not a very difficult. What is it specific you're asking for, sir?
Well, just what time frame you're out in Little Rock in '07.
Okay.
Did your wife ever actually visit you in Little Rock?
No, sir. Not that I recall.
Okay. With regard to, you mentioned that she took the refrigerator. Y'all actually had 2 refrigerators in the house. Is that correct?
Yes, there was a $3,000 kind of model refrigerator that I purchased to put in the house, and then there was like a $100 model that was sitting in the garage for overflow. The $100 model remained. The $3,000 some odd dollar one was not there.
With regard to the property in Vegas, when some of the tenants didn't pay, you actually went to see their commanders and first sergeants, didn't you?
I accompanied my spouse and her mother in their attempt to find where these individuals who are not paying their bills routinely worked.
So you did actually assist in having them recover the rent money and so forth?
I was at Red Flag, and they asked help finding a particular location.
Now, with regard to the purchase of the Valdosta home, again, there was a $59,000 reduction from the purchase price, correct, as a result of the money you put down?
Something along those lines would be reasonable, yes, sir.
Okay.
I'd have to review my records to find out the exact numbers.
And according to the prior testimony, when you sold it, you netted about $2,000 to $3,000.
The remains between what was due on that note, the first mortgage on that property, and what it was sold for was about $2,000 to $3,000. So the net, sir, would be a loss substantially upwards of $60,000.
Did you ever take out a home equity loan during the period of time that you owned it in which you drew any equity out of it?
No, sir. There was no second mortgage on 3682 Knights Mill, if that's what you're asking.
What's the status of the home in Tucson? Is it for sale, or are you trying to keep it, or what?
It is for rent or under rent.
Does the rent cover the mortgage?
No, sir.
What's the mortgage on it?
The mortgage cost is about $1,100 total between the first and second mortgage.
So you said, I'm sorry, the mortgage is how much?
The first and second mortgages together at or just under $1,100.
Okay. How much money do you usually get from rent?
Somewhere between $500 and $1,300, depending on who's there.
Do you believe there's any equity in that home right now?
No, sir. I believe it's substantially devalued.
Okay. Are you able to tell us where these photographs were taken? These were previously marked as, I think, Exhibit A.
Now I'll take the fifth.
Okay. Nothing further.
Okay, I'm going to depose Ms. Griffith, but I am not going to video